South Africa and Namibia are two countries that feel like close neighbors. On a bicycle, however, it's a whole different story. Rae and Steven told me some oaks from Europe are coming over to cycle from Plet to Namibia. I thought they were nuts. As if this isn't far enough, they carry all their stuff on their bike and they ride the backroads. I'm Carel Chris, but everyone calls me CC. Let me take you on a wild adventure.
After the 2019 Silk Road mountain race, I kind of had a bit of a hard time because I started to realize that it would be hard to top this off. Like, what do I want to do? So eventually I stumbled across something that was called the Rhino Run.
I partially grew up in South Africa, and I was always keen to combine this passion of cycling that came to me later with going back home, because South Africa partially feels like home for me. And the Rhino Run seemed to bring those two things together.
Obviously COVID happened and the inaugural year was postponed.
As my friend Bas from the Netherlands said, like, hey, you want to fly down anyways and do the route? I was like, yes, let's do that.
My name is Rae. I am from South Africa. Yeah, I'm a freelance photographer and I like to ride my bike.
My name is Bas. I live close to Amsterdam and I own a bike shop in Amsterdam. I really love to ride my bike for extremely long distances.
My name is Max. I live in Salzburg, Austria. I'm an ultra cyclist since a few years now.
Started off from Plet with the idea of racing hard and riding as far as we could to kind of simulate an ultra race.
That ultra race thing is insane. The Rhino Run route is 2,800 kilometers and 27,000 meters of climbing. The race was supposed to happen in 2020 and 2021. But the pandemic made it impossible. With tickets already booked, Bas and Max decided to come down anyway. They desperately wanted to ride it.
Here we go.
Lots of climbing to do today. First of the 7 passes.
These oaks moved fast. We struggled to get out of the car fast enough before they came flying past. Man, they didn't even stop until late at night. How long could they keep this up?
Started in Plet yesterday, slept nice the last night, then Ultra tonight, and then to Van Beekstorp, and then just kind of going.
Climbs are good. The terrain is rolling, and the climbs are punchy, but like the gravel is like.
So after George it's the monster pass, and then it's pretty much rolling. We can do some decent speed in the Karoo.
We traveled to Plet a lot, but I've never used any of the back roads. But even with our 4x4 bakkie, I wasn't sure if we could make it. For Rae, Bas and Max, it was just another day at the office.
It's alright, but it's not crazy hard rain, so it's kind of okay. Would have been better if it was dry though.
Don't make me a liar, feet to the fire, begging me for an answer. I don't know what the future holds, but it's gonna be alright, alright, it's gonna be alright. misdemeanor. I don't know how long this line will hold.
World's best ice cream.
Beauty in every corner of this place, darkness on the edges of my face. I pray to God every single day that it's gonna be alright, alright. It's
Nice. Feeling good?
Yeah. Super nice tailwind. It's a very nice feeling being the Karoo. That's what we're here for.
The guys were smashing it. We reached the Karoo in no time. What the Outback is to Australians, that's the Karoo for us. It's dry, wide open, simply amazing.
I don't know, it says it can go up to like 30 kilometers an hour or something.
The thing is that the bigger the brewery, the more eyes on you. So we're very small, so we managed to survive. My name's Rob Hofmeyer. We started Thorny Creek Brewery 3 years ago. We're about 15 k's southeast of Oudtshoorn. I started home brewing about 5 years ago and sort of fell in love with it. And the farmers from around here also discovered the beer and they encouraged me to upscale. So my favorite part about this brewery is the people who come here. Fortunately, beer puts smiles on people's faces. They get happier the more they have. And it's great to be able to do that.
Finally, the bass dropped a bit. I wasn't surprised when the guys stopped at Thorny Creek Brewery in the middle of nowhere.
I didn't expect that.
The ice-cold beer was a much-needed refreshment.
We obviously came here to ride the route of a race, and what we normally do is racing. So we go with lightly packed bikes. We don't sleep so much, and we don't stop for good food or beers or whatever along the way. So it took like a few days to really settle into the mindset of like, yes, we don't really need to go through the night. We don't need to push ourselves to the limits.
Heard you pass south of Baltimore, wondering if you watch the ships roll in. Will you stay up till the dawn's early light? Do you ever wonder how I've been?
Whoa, whoa, go back! This is a Quebecer bike. Quebecer donates bikes for people who otherwise would not be able to get to work, school, or the local shop. You can find them everywhere in Africa.
Broke me, man.
It's only 600 meters of elevation, which really isn't that impressive in numbers. But... And then the headwind just broke me, man.
You wanted to avoid the rocks, but the wind just blew you right straight into a line that you didn't want to take.
Some of these back roads are completely unexpected. Following these guys makes me realize how much of my own country I still have to explore.
So far so good, 3 days down. We're about, I think we're almost at the 400k mark, maybe just over 400. Yeah, feeling fresh. tomorrow got another 160k a day, hopefully. So we'll see how the bodies hold up.
Yeah, it was a proper hard day.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to say I'm a bit tired.
Yeah, I was tired yesterday already.
I don't really feel like pushing anymore, to be honest. So the brewery yesterday was a welcome, good break.
Yeah, just to slow down a bit and
Yeah.
mix with the locals, and I was quite amazed actually at the hospitality. Like, they were closed, but he was so welcoming and
Still opened up his place.
yeah, opened up for us and gave us beer and
Yeah, super cool. And this camp spot also is like super nice. It's better than sleeping in the ditch.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know, I wonder like if we should like turn it down a bit, just lower the pace, do less kilometers, but just enjoy the whole experience a bit more.
Yeah, it's not like we're racing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys travelled far to get here, so we might as well just soak in the...
Yeah, we're taking it like in the evenings, in the mornings, taking it pretty easy. But then once we get riding, we're just pretty much on race pace, really.
Yeah.
Race.
So we roll out tomorrow and we just see where the wind takes us.
Okay.
That's perfect. Let's just do that.
I have never seen the Karoo as green as this. Spring and some unusual rains showed us rare colors and flowers in what is usually a dry and brown landscape. The Karoo seems endless with straight roads leading into nothing. The guys couldn't get enough. So instead of a tar pass, they took a dusty detour to Barrydale and then over Trudeau's Pass.
The route.
Yeah.
We can go that way.
Okay.
It's Barrydale.
It's better.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Cool.
I reckon we take a slight detour and go via Barrydale, Trudeau's Pass. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
If you say it's better, we trust the local.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Baie stil. Ons geniet ons hier waar ons is. En ons kry baie scooters, motorfietsryers wat hier op die pad gaan.
Yeah, it's very peaceful, if I were to say. Besides being peaceful, it's very quiet, and to a great extent the weather is very unpredictable. Today is very hot, tomorrow is very cold, but it's very peaceful.
You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane, and it's bubbling over like sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine,
That's insane.
you got your daddy's rain.
It's still hard for me to understand how quickly the landscape changed. We started out at the ocean, then went through the green forests and arrived in the semi-desert landscape of the Karoo. And now we're back into lush green farmlands. The rivers are wide and filled with clear waters. Suddenly, I realize how blessed we are to call South Africa our home.
It's bubbling over like sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You act just like your father, yeah, you laugh at your own jokes. Please with your opinions.
My name is Takunda Jackson. I'm involved in the trail building and maintenance. Trying to build something that someone will appreciate. It gives me joy every morning just waking up to do that kind of work. There's a Greaton Mountain Bike Club. They contribute to build better cycling trails, and they also contribute to the community. They encourage the young people to do mountain biking.
We took a lot of stops that day. It was just too damn hot. We probably shouldn't have told Max and Bas that a bunch of crocodiles escaped from a nearby crocodile farm. It wasn't even at this river, but they still waited a long time before they got into the water. Silly Europeans.
Lekker.
Bit hot today?
Yeah, happy I got a swim in. Dipped my cap in the water so it's nice and dripping on my head. Just the water evaporating cools the brain.
Piece of you that you can call your own. You got your mama's sunshine. You got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven.
How's it? I'm Boyd Roberts from 40 Motion in Blouberg. Known Rae for a little while, and we've ridden a bit of gravel together, and I've come out for the day, having a little bit of gravel, a little bit of fun, and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully some beers later on though, definitely.
Doing this artwork for the living, you know. So this is my favorite of my paintings. I took here. That one is me. This is me. That is Zulu dancer down there is me. Yeah, and this one we call congregation. This is a congregation. Yeah, this means people they have to work together. Also, I got my son Pew. He's busy now at home. I left him today. He's busy to finish some couple of artwork as well. So sometimes if I'm not here, it's him who stand here making business.
So we're at the base of Beans Kloof Pass. Well, Rae said it was one of the most beautiful passes that we're going to ride, and there's construction on it.
We can't do it.
So we can't pass. So we're going to ride back down to a place called Wellington and come up with plan B.
Rae, that's the way it is.
So what's the plan?
So we have a couple of options. So to ride the long way around, about another 80 to 100 k's onto the day.
But it's a horrible road, you said.
Yeah, the road is not great. There's not much of a shoulder, and it's very, very busy with trucks and farm vehicles and stuff.
I'd suggest we don't take that road.
So now, obviously, because we can't get over the pass, I thought it may be a nice opportunity for us to go into the Tankwa. Now we can maybe go into the start of the Tankwa and just ride through the Tankwa a little bit, and then link back to the Cederberg. And then tomorrow we finish with an epic 120 k's.
Have more beautiful sections. We're not in the race, so we can. We can just make this about the experience instead of saying, okay, we still push through the dangerous.
And I want to see the Tankwa. So if we have a chance now to see the Tankwa, then
I mean, you came all this way. You can't not see the Tankwa. It's just.
Beer in the pool.
Beer in the pool.
Maybe I should join you.
Actually cold.
So we were pretty bleak that we couldn't obviously ride the route that we wanted to ride. But as far as plan B's go, this is pretty epic. Welcome to the Tankwa.
I'm pretty sure Baines Kloof Pass would have been beautiful, but the unexpected detour made for the best night of camping of our lives.
Namibia's finest. Now we're here in the middle of
of the desert in the pool.
In 2050, this could be an ocean lapping up here. You could come and suntan by the beach.
The Karoo makes you feel like you're on another planet. However, the Tankwa is very special. Completely empty, almost like a desert. Just small bushes and, if you look closely, some creatures enduring the harsh sun.
When I find my love, I'll take it by the hand and ask it why it took so long to make me understand and shed a light. When I find my love, I'll know the reason.
Stop! And now I tell you why this film is called Buy a Donkey. Nah, just kidding. This is just a random donkey that we ran into on the top of Katspakkies Pass. But it was cute and we fed him some of our snacks.
I walk across the earth and look up at the sky. When I find my love, when I find my...
On our way to the Cederberg, it was incredibly hot again. Inevitably, the Europeans finally lost their fear of water. For this one, they didn't even ask if there were crocs.
When I find my love, I'll take it by the hand and I'll explain.
In the Cederberg, baby.
This was the last day on the bike, and we had one last brutal climb. Rough gravel went from the valley to the top, almost in a straight line, all under the scorching afternoon sun.
God, that motherfucker was steep.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a bastard. Oh, I need to get smaller gears.
So that's it, huh? Seems we have to come back to get more of this. Nearly a sad moment. It's insane. The landscape changes every few kilometers. And it's so beautiful, from green places, oceans, rocky mountains, deserts, oases in the middle of nowhere, and very friendly people actually.
The expression on their faces, the satisfaction of arriving at the end. It all came together and made a big impression on me.
Dodge sledgehammer!
I might just start riding bikes too.
Oh yeah, I did. I had to do some pushing.
Nice.
But done.
Yeah. Done and done.
Yeah, I realized that's a lot of the reason why I like riding, is to to share it with friends and to share it with new people. And when you have two guys that have never been to the place before, you know, and you're rolling through with them, and they like, you know, looking at this place like awestruck and thinking it's so amazing, you start looking at old views, you know, again with fresh eyes, and it kind of rejuvenates you.
I've really fallen in love with this country and I really want to come back. Of course I want to race the race, but I can definitely see myself like visiting this country more often for the beauty, for the change of landscapes.
I feel so privileged to be seeing South Africa from my bike now. I love how you can travel through a landscape with your bike, and all of that was compressed into a very intense experience here. People who are going to ride the Rhino Run as a race are going to really enjoy themselves and have a hard time.
I must tell you guys about the ghost of the Cederberg.
On the final night at the campfire, Max was asking me to teach him more phrases in Afrikaans. Hello, goodbye, the usual stuff. I also taught him how to say thank you very much. Baie dankie. That's how you say it. Baie a donkey. Before Max and Bas travelled back home, we decided to make one more stop in one of the largest townships of South Africa to visit Culture Cycles.
My name is Sindile Mavundla. I'm one of the co-founders of Culture Cycles. Founded this company with my co-pilot, Juma Mkwela. We founded the company in 2018, and the whole idea behind it was to get more people on bicycles. But it's been such an amazing one for us to see how cycling has developed in Khayelitsha, and seeing the pool of people now that are cycling from just coming to the store or going to one of our coffee shops at Khayelitsha Mall. So it's safe to say that in the last 4 years that we've been operating, we have seen such an amazing change when it comes to cycling in the township. I would like firstly to say thank you to the guys from Triple B for coming through to look at our store and seeing the need. And this is like our heart and soul of our business. This is where most bicycles in Khayelitsha come to get fixed. And we have 2 mechanics that are working here with us. So instead of sharing tools now, each person will actually have their own set of tools. Where we want to see ourselves in the next 7 years, basically, and that is to actually have every township to have a bicycle shop or a workshop. On the 1st of February, we're going to be training our first 3 mechanics. When they've been trained as mechanics, they will go through a entrepreneurship course where they will train about how to run a successful business, but particularly how to run a successful workshop. And then from there, we'll then open up their own Culture Cycles workshop stores in different areas. But the whole mission is that we can get the whole Southern African region to have these type of workshops. This is simply a container that we converted into a workshop, and we can be able to transport it wherever in the country. So that is our plan for the next 7 years, is to scale and grow and open more job opportunities within the cycling industry.